all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report. The Ground Report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report. The Ground Report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047 as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Trinidad!
Stand your ground. Push back.
Thine will be done on earth. All the way be thy name.
King gone mad. Politician, now we going mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad. Tax people money only wasting, and the poor people them keep suffering. Hey, politician, now we going mad. They destroying Trinidad. Politician, now we going mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad. Tax people money only wasting, and the poor people them keep suffering. Hey, politician, now we going mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad. Tax people money only wasting.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Hey.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check. It's approximately 16 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the pitbull of radio, Lennox Smith, Michael Kerr, Director Cuff, and you the people out there, and your thousands of you out there that are traveling in your various transportations, yes, transportation, such as Mr. Pleasant, good morning to all maxi taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, truckers. Good morning to you. To all senior citizens, a pleasant good morning to you. To the physically challenged disabled people, a pleasant good morning to you. Not forgetting our sister Isle Tobago. Good morning to you, Tobago. To all loyal listeners, callers, well-wishers, listeners, supporters, critics, haters, Most importantly, to all stakeholders, a pleasant good morning to you.
Keep suffering.
On this day, the 2nd, yes, Tuesday, the 2nd of August, 2022,
Money you have.
as we celebrate
Life. Yes.
Emancipation Day yesterday.
To your wife. Sharon's Otto.
Again, happy
Down in
related
you're blazing in fire. Senior policeman.
Emancipation Day to the people that are ready and truly, really and truly emancipation
One kill.
by their minds,
Baza.
by their souls, by their God, by their family first,
On a senior.
their God first.
Politician.
A true emancipated person will never put politicians, race, or religion
Say he a hugging
before themselves.
and one day to come, I know he go be
And African people in Trinidad and Tobago like myself, a few of us are truly emancipated.
Politician, are we going mad?
Because we're still waiting for our African party,
Tax people,
the PNM,
the racing and the poor people.
to do good for African people. PNM don't do good for African people. PNM don't like African people. PNM like every other race besides us. It is what it is. It's facts. Every other race that was there,
Race,
or political party that was there, did for the Africans more than this one. This PNM, or the PNM always destroy African people. It are no ifs, buts, or maybe about that. They just always destroy African people. Plain talk, bad manners. So again, happy belated Emancipation Day.
politician, are we going mad? Look how they destroying Trinidad.
For the people that truly, really
And the
emancipated.
people them keep suffering. Hey,
Again, it have been a long weekend.
we going mad.
Well, you see all kind of different
Politician
front burner issues.
mad.
What's on your front burner this morning?
In Trinidad,
Oh boy.
tax people money only waste.
Well, let me say a pleasant good morning to Lennox Smith.
Keep suffering. Hey, politician, are we
Pleasant good morning to you. What's on your
destroying Trinidad?
what's on the front burner of the newspapers and them this morning?
Good morning to you as well, my friend. You heard me loud and clear.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yes, indeed. Well, of course, as you rightly said, a long weekend. I mean, it was tremendous. The only problem is that we had this holiday emancipation, but there is the complaint that poorly attended events and so on. Of course, they're still blaming COVID, so COVID is right there with us, according to the organizers and so on. But of course, very interestingly, the recognition of that day and the address by the Prime Minister issued through the office of the Prime Minister. As you know, the Prime Minister is recuperating from another bout of COVID. I don't know if it's the second, the third, the fourth, but whatever it is, we know that he has been summarily indisposed because of a bout of COVID. We understand that he is recovering at the diplomatic center. So he was in fact in Trinidad. We understand that the
honestly,
events
I
of,
really don't give a damn. That's just me. I or many people that listening don't give a damn if Rowley have COVID. I really don't want to hear. We done yet. I really don't want to hear nothing about that man. What? Wait, tell me that for. So what's up? He's sorry. I'm not feeling sorry for him. He not feeling sorry for me. He not feeling sorry for nobody out there. It is what it is. So let me get on to the people that we have to feel sorry for.
But you asked me for news, so I'm just saying that.
All right,
that
well,
is news.
he's no news. He's a piece of load. He's it's tutu.
I'm saying that to say that the event that was carded for the diplomatic center, I understand, was hosted by other ministers. So I don't know how that came out. But it appears that even the other ministers as well, even though it was hosted by them, it seems people don't care about them either.
Exactly. We don't care. That's why we're not attending. We don't care about them. We don't want to hear about them. We want to hear about the landslides or what flooding anybody get or who need operation and who need. That's where we over there. We don't hear about them. Them don't care about us. I don't care about them. We don't care about them. Because them don't care about us.
And of course, but it's important, of course, to
no, the only news I want from you is if you tell me the whole cabinet dead. You're going to tell me that? All of them catch COVID and dead? Well, right. That's the only news I want. That good news that every cabinet minister catch COVID and die.
Unfortunately, I am unable so to do. But you never could tell. Again, the opposition, of course, did in fact issue commendations to the African community on the occasion of emancipation, and the headline is, of course, the opposition leader, horrors of slavery must never be forgotten. And of course, Dr. Rowley's headline is, of course, reflect on slavery's trauma. And of course, built into that, heaping set of realities that is not the reality of Trinidad and Tobago or the attitude of him and or his government, but he did in fact include that in his presentation on that occasion. That being as it may, of course, we have the question of crime continues to be a major concern. 2 and 3 murders a day, and of course yesterday, at least I think today there is no death from COVID, but some 80-something new cases, and the ministry has, of course, focused and emphasized on that. You know, any port for a storm as far as this administration is concerned. So when that kind of news comes, they play it up. But tomorrow, don't be surprised if you have 2 or 3 deaths and you would see that play down. But that is the nature of the politics of this particular administration, as they politicize the virus, take $22 billion, and we are yet to be given any substantive accountability or account or transparency on this particular spending. We look forward with bated breath for when the administration leaves office, because that's all we have to depend on now for a new administration. And clearly, from what we are seeing, all eyes are on Kamala Persad-Bissessar and the UNC with respect to the replacement government. But we await again with bated breath. Yes, we are
also seeing here the Las Cuevas couple killer found dead. Franklin. Right, Franklin, the suspected.
We yes, they said that in the some hunters went into the forest and they found a body, and they're assuming because it is so badly decomposed, they are yet to confirm. But that is the news coming out of that area. Very, very unfortunate. Try love affair that has ended up with the deaths of a couple, and again reflecting the mood of the moment in Trinidad and Tobago. People are just violent. They are just
lawyers now. You being a lawyer, being a lawyer. Lawyers slam gang culture. They say reduce the urban youths from the persevering gang culture. Oh boy, that is them lawyers.
Yeah. Well, you have that as well, but you also have the death and unfortunate of the young man who was, of course, charged for murder. He got away and then, of course, challenged the state with respect to bail for persons who would have committed or are alleged to have committed murder. He was found dead at his home as well. He was shot dead at his home, and of course, the criminal bar expressed their condolences, and they said that he was responsible for the landmark victory at the level of the Privy Council. So it is now law in Trinidad and Tobago that if you are charged for murder, the court has the discretion to, of course, give you bail. Prior to that, it was unconstitutional. Well, the breach of the Constitution was being, of course, conducted by the state in particular, as far as no bail for murder is concerned. It doesn't mean to say you'll get bail, but certainly it goes back to the discretion of the court, and not automatic no bail because is murder. So that is a very interesting development, and the bar is saying, listen, we hope it is not connected to the fact that he was victorious at the Privy Council on that matter. So we wait with bated breath again with that matter to see what is happening there. We also have a inclement weather from Friday thereabout, and yes, flooding is a very important and very significant development in Trinidad and Tobago, and the preparedness, all the talk we got with respect to the Minister of Works as to pumps ready, as to drains that were dredged and cleaned, clearly once again has fallen on deaf ears in a matter of speaking, because people can experience a lot of flooding across the country. Those are some of the issues that I would like to highlight at this point in time on the economic front.
Yes.
On the sporting front, well, of course, we had a gold medal, one spot in this desert, one oasis in this desert of depressed news. What's his name? The name slipped me now, but I think it's anyhow. He won gold for Trinidad and Tobago at the Commonwealth Games, and that probably is the only good news in Trinidad and Tobago over this long weekend, including, of course, emancipation. What has happened to you as far as emancipation is concerned, my friend? Are you feeling emancipation? I heard you earlier, so it might be a rhetorical question, but I still want to hear your views.
Yes. I am absolutely totally emancipated from those out there. Totally mentally emancipated. I'm sorry that other people out there cannot be totally, absolutely emancipated as I am. African people on the whole needs really and truly to be emancipated themselves from themselves. And I am totally emancipated from African people.
Yeah. Well, I had cause last night on the corridor transformation to let the people know that the statement made by Dr. Rowley is total hypocrisy. Frank, in every sense of the word, having regard to the fact that after he was under some pressure and wanting to defend Alan Warner, his good friend, and who he said that he was probably a founding partner of that company, and the fact that they were claiming that he didn't get any contracts from the government, and then of course claiming that he got a little thing to pave the road entering or leading up to the Prime Minister's residence in Tobago. When we investigated, it was much more than that. But he used that in Laventille to, of course, tell the Laventille youths and somebody's preventing them from becoming millionaires, and in an attempt to justify the usual unjustifiable, he referred to some American African descendant of slaves who, of course, he said getting a lot of big contracts in the United States. But again, we know it was another piece of Dr. Rowley's shenanigans, his ability to attempt to hoodwink and to stupefy people. But of course, it is not working, and by now he must know that. I suppose probably that's why he got COVID again.
So true. Trinidad and Tobago, the lines are open, the numbers to call. Oh boy, it's 31 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report.
Boy.
What's on your front burner this morning? It have been a long weekend. How are you feeling based on emancipation, based on your future, based on what's the next direction? What's up in your neck of the woods? So again, the lines are open. 229-02.
Some are saying there's a nexus between him suddenly getting COVID and the fact that he had to appear in court in a matter with Dr. Munilal. So we don't know if it's an attempt to evade being exposed in that particular matter. The details of which we will get to during the course of the week.
Next thing, Fali like the real talk. Boy, this man like a Obama boy. He's a more talker, he's not a worker. TJ Chief said the royal family must pay for slavery. Opla, who gonna get it? How we gonna get it? That's not impossible. Don't study that. Don't study to be on the royal family and pay for slavery. Study that the Africans that have in Tobago, 95% of them family, that you need to emancipate them. You need to make sure the 1% are eating out everything and you're not working with them for you to get rich. And you're making sure that the 95% African people that in Tobago, that you emancipate them. Don't wait for no damn queen or royal family. You want Duke just like stupid talk.
Everybody seem to be, if they are African leader in contemporary time, seem to want to focus on reparations. I know that even CARICOM is on the ball through, of course, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent, Mr. Gonzalez, Dr. Gonzalez. The fact of the matter is that what you're looking for, because who would you identify to give what, and I know that the royal family have in fact, of course, apologized. This is what I, as far as I know, but to go further in terms of material things, I don't know how is that possible at this time. So much time
that
has
real far hanging fruits. Yeah. Again, that distraction that Farley and Duke and them on, that is far hanging fruits. Farley and Duke, you know where is the closest fruits that are hanging right before your eyes? The treasure of the THA that you all have, that you all can emancipate the African people in Tobago by creating hope, by creating jobs, by developing Tobago. That's how we are to create it. So again, the numbers are called 229-0251. That's 229-0251 or 239-5120, 239-5120, or WhatsApp calls only to 366-3053, 366-3053. And to the people that saying that the pitbull mouth big, he too aggressive. When I fighting the PNM, the aggressive, I ain't too aggressive, right? When I was fighting for PDP too in Tobago, I wasn't too aggressive. I was nice boy. Be aggressive for the PNM. You're a good dog for the PNM. But when you're fighting for political promises to be kept, you're too aggressive. Boy, I don't give a damn about none of you all. So long as I know, I pray to my Almighty God, I know that I am standing up for people and the right thing, and I am not standing up for no political party when it coming to political promises, when it coming to doing their work, where they get elected to do. It had no holiday for the pitbull. Whoever want to suck up to any political party or organization and encourage our next Rowley incarnation, it's up to you all. But I, Andy Williams, not on that. I will keep singing and singing and singing because I supported the PDP over and over for them to get down to business. It have been 8 months now, nearly a year. And things in Tobago when it coming to what destroyed Tobago, and all the nitty-gritties when it coming to corruption, and all the thing with the family and friends, the three things that we campaign against, whereby is who girlfriend, who boyfriend getting work, who brother, who sister, who all of that kind of stupidness going on in Tobago today. Done it. And let us do the right thing. I did listen to Mother Bernie's interview with my
friend in
Wall Street. The interview, the lady had a noble interview. Wall Street try all how to thing, and she stand up straight. She said that she was saying that she's don't matter what, nobody will shut up. That it's the correct people. And that if you promise something or you say something, and she talk the same talk that she talked with the last interview that she had live, asking them to come on the streets, meet with the people, talk with the people, don't go down certain roads. Wall Street tried to tie up and say, but the same friend, family, wherever, and this one, she said, she hearing that? She tell them that in the interview, she's hearing that, right? And that ain't right, and that she as a mother have to correct her children. All that Mother Bernie mentioned, right? To the people that on mischief, when I mentioned there to Watson, to Wall Street, when Wall Street was trying to put it across like, hey, old video, new video, see the latest one, and all those different things, I did say, if it is you're trying to tell me, I did not mean that Mother Bernie is a two-headed snake. I was asking Mr. Wall Street, since what I am saying, the Pitbull is saying, I am wrong. Are you saying that it are new videos with Mother Bernie saying anything outside of what she already said? I listened to it. She haven't said nothing outside of what it is. That what she meant by they have to work, and that things going on that they have to fix and they have to correct themselves and all those different things Mother Bernie said. Right? So Mother Bernie, on the issue again of I saying two-headed snake, I was asking Wall Street. Mr. Wall Street, are you trying to tell me that Mother Bernie is a two-headed snake based on what it is he was trying to sell me, based on what it is her interview was about? Lennox Smith, just explain that to me.
You will see why I am always on the offensive and take with a truckload of salt what this guy says, because why is that conversation? I was on air at the time, so I listened very attentively, and you tried to plug him into, of course, saying exactly what she said, since he was suggesting by way of innuendo without giving any indication, like how you haven't listened now, but because he realized that you didn't listen, he tried to give the national community, the international community, the diaspora, the impression that you were saying something contrary by not indicating anything at all, until of course you would have looked at it, but the damage would have already been done, and that is why I am always on the offensive when of course he is on, because I feel that he is an agent of those who are destructive to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. And whether he is subtle or but for me he attempts to be subtle, but to me he's very overt, and that is why I said the nuance of terms. Answer the question on the last occasion. Notice he didn't answer anything really, but telling you to take a look at the last one, simply to suggest to make reference, and any logical person will say, well, it may be that Andy is wrong, because of course the one that he last knew may not be the final salvo as far as Miss Bernie, Mother Bernie is concerned. And here it is, you got a copy of it, and now we have, of course,
I have it. I have the copy of it.
Subtle and or damage control, because of what was suggested by him not being very disingenuous and not saying exactly what the interview was all about. Now you are saying something totally different, and but as I said, he already implanted in people's head that there was something, of course, contrary to what you were saying and what you knew at that time.
That is why we get vexed with him. That why I asked him if Mother Bernie. So where you trying to tell me Wall Street, Mother Bernie is a two-headed snake?
And he keeps saying, watch the video. So anybody listening would suggest that it was something contrary.
Yeah, like if Mother Bernie is that and she's not that.
Is disingenuous.
He was real disingenuous. Require the video there.
Dishonest.
Yeah, have the video there, and the lady continue with the same trend of she's a mother, and that whatever, yes, it have little issues in Tobago, and that she cannot just start by and they have to fix it, they have to improve this. The other thing, she talked about the board. She said a board is just before a year. It had things with the board that are fixed. She talked about because Wall Street only throwing out things to make the theater look bad in a way too now. She talk about he's a dirty on the low profile PNM. He is the king.
All of a sudden they are lovers, they are patriotic of Tobago.
They don't like Tobago.
Exploiting the people. They remain silent, and suddenly all of them have a voice, so because they are in the political doldrums where they ought rightly and for a long time must remain.
Them in like Tobago are told the PNM don't like Tobago. Wall Street don't like Tobago because he still supports the PNM.
Right.
He say he's the king. He's the king, Trinidad and Tobago, and to all PNM. He is the king of the go ahead, get along PNM gang. Because watch for yourself. He will never say that due to the behavior of the PNM at this point in time and how they treat Tobago, that in the next election, that he calling on Trinidad and Tobago to vote against the PNM. Why was Street in saying that? Because he's a ring down sucker for the PNM and he trying to get in and go to Tushu there. So again, so Mother Bernie, if you take it, Mother Bernie, as I, the Pitbull, saying that you are two-headed snake, no, I didn't mean that. I was trying to refer to Wall Street based on what I know you as a genuine mother put out there after the what it is circulating where you bad up Andy, you bad up the Gong report and all those different things, which is right at that point in time. And then when your God talked to your Mother Bernie, you went to make a video 10 minutes and you mentioned you want them hit the street, talk to the people, hit the ground, meet the people, you don't care, you tell them leave Kamala alone. That is what I was talking about. And Wall Street was making it look like that way you say there, you throw that to the side. That you're incredible again. And I was asking he that question. So thanks very much. I listened to the interview, Mother Bernie. It was a great interview. But after that, I not listening to no interview on Wall Street program again. And I not promoting that program anymore. So all you forget about that program. Because he only want to interview PDP people, UNC people, all of them things to get himself involved with. At the end of the day, he do not support them. He do not support them. I know different to the Indian radio station that I was getting on bad with Anil Roberts and them for, and Victor them for. The same Indian radio station, the same PNM station, the PNM man in Canada take back his station. He run the investors that was there, and he get rid of Doga politics and Victor Roberts and all of them. I had told you all that them people and them wicked, and look at what go on. I tell all of those pulling UNC people there to build back the base, to get Indian people to listen to the station, which is multicultural radio, TV, whatever it's call it. And I told you all that that Canadian man who loved Heinz, that went against Ken Ali for the PNM, that man take back over his station. He threw out the Douglas politics, the Anil, the Victor Roberts, all of them. PNM again. You want them talk, we want them talk on his station. And if it is that a gas space on his station, he had to pay big money if they had to talk about the PNM. I will go on, I tell all you the seat in advance. I just warn everybody in advance. There's a lucky thing Anil and them out of there, and they have this frequency.
That is why they say the number.
Victor and Anil have this frequency. We're true patriots. That not stink and dirty and like I don't like people being hypocrites. Nasty people like Wall Street them. Really patriots now. Where they have a voice here, any issue. I just call Anil, hey, anything to bust? Have any? Yes. Hey, Victor, wait is your thing, what? You're marching, we're doing. And give them the voice. Because I know all along that Indian station, that U95 station, that owned by that man in Canada, what you name, Anand whoever. Is Anand your name again, Lennox Smith?
Something of that nature. I have shown that in the dustbin of my recollection, simply because you remember we were contemplating something, and you in particular was of course very skeptical as to whether or not we go there, of course, with another agent, a friend of ours. But hindsight, of course, is probably foresight. Because in retrospect, we realized that it was the best decision we could have made, rather than having to have an evening program.
By either throw we out.
Yeah, that we would have experienced the same kind of experience as others, but it might have been a bit different in the sense that the financial circumstance was that he was owing somebody, and that somebody was attempting, of course, to have us on. And in that arrangement, he probably would have waited until he's back on financial even keel before he made his move. his move. So it means, therefore, that he was not negotiating, frankly, in good faith.
So true. So let's go to the lines. Right. So all front burner issues. My race, my front burner. My front burner was that same IU95 station that I know all along. It's a PNM station. All they keep away from them people and them. All right. They don't like all you. All they must like people who like all you. Wall Street and them don't like all you neither. Don't get tapped with them fellas and them. Them men and them is snakes. Trying to put a rift between Mother Bernie and the Pitbull and the Ground Report. No. Mother Bernie is an honorable woman. Honorable, and so what she says, she say. And she interview what she mentioned, she mean what she say. That she will talk out for the people.
And Walton reminds me, when he is confronted, he reminds me of those PNM persons that cannot come to the reality that the UNC and Kamala Persad says the best thing since sliced bread. Last night as well, I asked the question to the audience. Well, are you surprised that the PNM apologists and others are now not talking about the fact that that Kamala is unfit for office or to be prime minister because the UNC lost so many elections? Why do you think they are silent on that? And of course, everybody said yes. It's because Rowley now has either equal or have lost more elections than that of Kamala Persad Bissessa. So they have gone silent on it.
They have to go silent. They have to go silent.
Understand now what the PNM is all about. And it reminds me, frankly, of the people who, at the end of the day, will say, I will stick to my God and so on. They will not come to the reality that the UNC is on the ascendancy and that
hold on that all day. Go ahead, caller. Hold on that
directly. Good morning.
Yes, morning. This is the Silver Fox here, Tobago.
Go ahead, Silver Fox.
Good morning to you.
Well, yes. Silver Fox, I see the THA is asking the royal family must pay whoever. I don't mind they act right, but I want their attention to deal with the youths and the unemployment issue in Tobago, and I will never let up. Nobody, whoever want to hate me, who don't want to have nothing to do with me, who find I aggressive, whoever, it don't matter to me. I will stick to my truth when it comes to Tobago.
Before we go there, of course, we understand you. We had some emergency in your family. We want to hope that things have recovered sufficiently.
No, it's condolences, brother. It's gone. It's
yes,
life gone.
Thanks to all you very much. Well, let me tell all you something, You all are the only people, that up there that tell me something. I back in, you see Bernie, I back in Bernie right too. Now, I have representatives and none come out for my assistance. And there are some music playing in the background there that are...
Yeah, go ahead. So none. So Farley, Duke, none of them.
I'm calling for everybody and nobody answering the phone. Nobody is answering the phone. To me, this seat in Lambo here won by Was, right? To me, because I take him to Bochut question, which part PNM neglect, and the people who overwhelmingly voted for him and he win the election. He come to my veranda, he sit down here and he tell me what he gonna do and what he gonna do. And after election he gone and I don't know if he up or he down. Let me tell you something, Nobody is using me for election again. Because I am not getting no help from nobody. My mother passed and up to now, my representative, I can't get on to me. I had 2 phones. I call the 2 phones. He not answering none. Right? And you see, earlier, let me tell you something. What a pass earlier, meet earlier, and what a meet earlier, pass earlier. Always stop treating people like dogs. Nobody.
Call the name. Tell them who to tell. To let people hear who you want stop treating like dog.
I call Pollard. I call Was. I even call in the chief sec phone. I call in the office. I can't get on to nobody. Nobody are putting me on to him because he's a god unto everybody. So nobody's putting me on to the chief sec, right? I call Duke office. administrator tell me she reach Trinidad, she go call me in front of Duke. Up to now, I can't get a call. Up to now, I get a call. All you taking us for fools in Tobago, we are not fools. All you treating we bad.
Silver Fox, let me bust a mark for you. Lennox Smith, give him the information with me, you and Mikey and Robert Amaro was talking about. Where the budget for Duke in Trinidad. THA have to give how much money to Duke to be in Trinidad for the year? The ask rate. How much money?
80 million.
$80 million of Tobago money had to come Trinidad for Duke. 7 million a year, 7 million a month. He asked for that. 80 million.
Up to now.
To come Trinidad, that 80 million is staying Tobago, you know. That if you to come Trinidad to run the office here, you know.
People sending for a house grant and can't get none. Oh God. Oh God. What are they doing to us, boy? 80 million, and look, people are thing for house grant. We house breaking down. We apply. All they are giving with none. What going on?
So you go see Duke 80 million for the year
God.
To be in Trinidad, going and approve before you get your house grant and all the rest of people that had to get house grant. Duke 80 million to be in Trinidad, to run the office in Trinidad. 80 million
God.
going and be approved. And all they're telling me Dobby and Duke and them, that wickedness.
Mother Bernie, we have to get a meeting together. Things is not right in Tobago, Mother Bernie. Mother Bernie, nobody is working in this house. Nobody. Right? I'm calling them and I'm telling them that. Nobody is taking me on. All they're saying, nothing yet. Everything is nothing yet. But all the families of all of them who we elect, everybody family working. People working in all place and on board. So they have to work. I could call things, you know. I could call things because I know things. Oh God, all the help Tobagonians, man. All you come out and help the people. People at Tobago overwhelmingly vote for you all. And all you turning all your back on us. We want help. My mother is glad to hear when I talking. She's watching me now. And she's glad for what I'm saying. Because all that we have to go down below there someday or the other. Don't care how much money we have. We are suffering in Tobago. Tobago people are not seeing that well.
So why all this suffering in Tobago? Where is the...
We can't get none.
Why all this
work? We vote for work. Everything is hold on.
Hold on.
And then hold on. The next year to give it work. What is that? Mother Bernie, right? They're not seeing about us. We want help in Tobago. We want help. God help us. Camilla, come and help us. Camilla, put our office in Tobago. Camilla, come and take over. Help us. We want people to turn their back on we. Thank you.
Look at the destroying.
I tell you that.
I am surprised, you know, because there is a school of thought and a group that told me that I may not be fully aware as to what is happening in Tobago, and so I should be listening to one of the media offerings in Tobago because it is based in Tobago. I want to say that I have not yet gotten around to a mechanism to do that. But what I'm hearing from our last caller certainly suggests to me that we are not far from the target if we are not on the target itself. Because
you can finally change,
I'm surprised to hear what I'm hearing there now. I'm very, 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 very surprised.
The need, please. We don't go back PNM. We still want the PDP in Tobago, yes, right? But we really and truly want that Duke and Fali them live up. Why, Lennox Smith? Why should THA be giving Duke $80 million to be in Trinidad, partner? Why, boy? Why that money? That money can't spend in Tobago, boy. You know it's $80 million.
It was. I mean, let's face it. It seemed to be a manifesto promise because it was said that Duke has that portfolio as Deputy Chief Secretary to look after the diaspora in Trinidad. And it comes as though it's an embassy that they're opening, something of that nature. And so as to take care of Tobagonians here. Maybe here for one reason or another. I'm just saying what was said on the platform.
Because that's chopping off. Because whether Duke here or not, it's a thing straight people in Tobago say to come Trinidad for. At the end of the day, he not pushing the PNM, and I'm glad it's after Emancipation Day. For self-governance, he coming across here and taking THA money, $80 million a year, to come Trinidad to give away to PNM people. To give it away to PNM people when the people are Roxborough. Look how Silver Fox begging for help.
Well,
you hearing somebody talking in the back?
I can only counter that by saying based on the logic in the manifesto that the more people come to Tobago to develop its economy, to deal with bread and breakfast and in our domestic tourism, that is fundamentally his function, and maybe from that perspective. More can get.
Lennox, I don't know. That is stupid talk.
That is what was
Lennox
said.
Smith, don't do with that. Yeah. That is stupid talk. Tell me what it is Duke cannot do in Tobago for what he want. For Tobagonians, that it can be done from Tobago in Tobago, but it had to be done in Trinidad. Tell me, and it could happen. Tell me now. There's nothing Lennox Smith.
The tourism and the reliance, what I can tell you, the tourism and reliance on the domestic bridge and or the domestic tourism has been so in spite of the fact that there is no representative in Trinidad, and it has been evolving and expanding. So so there you go.
Of visitors to Tobago,
our job is to lay the facts on the table.
It's the East Indian people. And the East Indian people start to realize that Watson Duke is dressed like Rowley. Straight plain talk, bad manners. I just hope he change. He still have time, as Mother Bernie say. Anything could change. Right? Watson Duke, bad talking Kamala. It's the same Calcutta ship thing. It's what make the tourist thing dead across there. It's not that he coming across here and going to the East Indian communities, offering them holidays and he link with hotels across there, offering them packages. He could stay in Tobago and do that. Work with the all you have to do is work with the travel agencies in Tobago that could offer packages with the hotels in Tobago to Trinidad, the tourists. All that can happen from in Tobago. Let me do cross mix.
All I can tell you, Andy, go to the top of the class. Go to the top of the class. I can't argue with that argument. But my job is to say what the thinking is prior or consequential of their manifesto. But go to the top of the class, because I cannot see. I am seeing what you are seeing, but that is the argument that they advance for him to be here.
So people of Trinidad and Tobago, my Tobagonian brothers and sisters, is plain talk bad manners. We just want Duke and Fally them to walk the right track. What it is he coming Tobago to Trinidad to do for it $80 million that they're going to take from the THA, and Fally them going and approve that could be done right in Tobago there. All they elected to Duke, not Trinidadians. All they want Duke fix all here. Trinidadians waiting to see fix all before we can give you a chance. We not getting Duke no chance here in Trinidad until he prove himself to my people in Tobago. And the truth with that budget is campaign. He's doing with the PNM this too. That the THA giving Duke $80 million when that's supposed to be spending in Tobago. What they're doing is playing smart with foolishness. You know the PNM is move smart to know how to get money for Balisay House, how they building it. Whether they give a contract here and Balisay House is like a mall. Right. What the THA do is they fall in a pattern of the PNM. Right. They're taking $80 million of all their money to send Trinidad for Duke to campaign in Trinidad. When that, and it's nothing about building Tobago. That $80 million should stay in Tobago and help the people. That's the right thing. And from in Tobago, show the people of Trinidad what it is you're implementing, what it is you're doing. Mr. Duke. And then we're going to see, and then we're going to support. But you're doing the same thing with the PNMs too. All you approve $80 million. Sell me BS what the $80 million for the year for you being in Trinidad. When the truth is, that $80 million is for a little campaign in Trinidad.
And Andy, I want to say that it is well known in Tobago what we as a team have done with respect to the election and the support of the PDP. But a kind of diversion, grapevine talk is raising that the ground report team has some ulterior motive, and that is why. Well, in fact, the argument is very genuine, as has been the case prior to and during the election campaign. We went there. We, of course, made certain observations. In fact, Ms. Malaboni had to, of course, an opportunity to defend us because the PNM was attempting to say that we are there causing discord, etc. But of course, the people didn't pay them no mind. They understood the nature of the PNM. They will, of course, take a molehill and try to make it a mountain, or put a storm in a teacup. They neglected them, and I want people, if they are hearing things that appear to be of a nature that we have an ulterior motive that is not genuine, well, of course, what we are saying now cannot be one of being disingenuous to the people of Tobago, because $80 million and you are asking for them to keep it in Tobago clearly cannot be one of the, based on what I'm hearing, and we are not a station of or a team of Movilang, but dispel those rumors, and if it is that we are sounding as though we have an ulterior motive, then all we ask you to do is to examine the argument, because the argument for a embassy, so to speak, for want of a better term, in Trinidad, we have laid it on the table, and of course the counter argument is that the resources that are being deployed there or here should be deployed in Tobago, having regard to the abject needs that are now unfolding in Tobago under the watch of the PDP, and at any rate, tourism, domestic tourism has been focused in a particular community, and Andy is right. The community that is being focused on now by the alleged embassy framework that has come out of that manifesto clearly is not in sync with what is expected. And he's right. He should be focusing on the Indian community, bringing more business to Tobago, etc., because they have been the one to be the mainstay of supporting hotel bed and breakfast, the ordinary Joe there, and of course utilizing some of the sites, and new and old, including of course the zip line. One expects that will come on stream so as to attract domestic tourism, whilst of course they go further afield by trying to get back, COVID notwithstanding, flights coming directly into Tobago from metropolitan northern countries.
And I don't like that. I watching it as like if Duke and them going and use THA money to campaign. The PNM do it. They use all THA money to campaign. You telling me the THA going and approve, right? It's waiting to be all right. Everybody waiting for walking Tobago. Everybody waiting for the opportunities. Everybody waiting for the transformation. Everybody's being told, hold on, wait. They're now getting, give them time. Watch how you're going to see that the 80 million for Duke to feed PNM people all over, we buying things for them, want to go to Tobago and buy things for Tobagonians and spend the money on Tobagonians. What you're going to see, how that going to approve, and Duke going to get that money to campaign in Trinidad. Watch all you going to see. Watch all you going to see for yourself. And whoever want to vex them, no, boy, again, it's a no ulterior motive. I want nothing from Duke and them. I want no money, no nothing. I never ask nothing. I don't want nothing. All I want is a good run Tobago and people to keep their political promises. Because here why? So long as they do that, it means Tobagonians will benefit, it means I will benefit. Understand? For instance, if this PNM administration was a Manning run PNM administration, we all would have still been living. Life would have still been better. Right? Because it would have been running still, whereby everybody could eat. This PNM licking up everybody. You understand? And we not on that. We fed up of people using we money to campaign. Duke, all they organize. Ask the big shots on them if it's so. Go do a fundraiser. But why all they want to $80 million a year for you to have an office in Trinidad as the chief secretary? Why? It makes no sense. Your same office that you have across there that taxpayers don't pay money for should be across there, and you could orchestrate tourism, you could orchestrate Dubai, you could orchestrate the self-powered, self-government for Tobago. You can do everything from Tobago. London used to do it. Why London, when he used to do it, he didn't come to Trinidad to do it? So come on now, man. And yes, I see through what is going on there, and it is unfair that 80 million at Tobago money must come to Trinidad for you to have an office here in Trinidad. That money Trinidad and Tobago is not to spend on the people. That money is, I believe, that money is for campaigning purposes. Local government.
Are you saying, Andy, that is one campaign promise that
we promise, the PDP promise.
Of course, he also has a electoral district to see about as well, of course, there.
In Tobago. Do you understand? Yes. Why he didn't set up that office in Roxborough? And let the people move smart. And let Roxborough people make 80 million. Why he didn't do that? No, it's not about the Tobago people. Them fellas playing politics already. And I will talk out. They're playing politics already with all the Tobagonians. All they pull them up, please. Mother Bernie, Silver Fox, June, Donna. All you please. Let me do vote for people. Don't let me support them. Let me pull them up before they get bad like Rowdy now. Let me encourage them to do the right thing now. Them brothers and them start to play heavy politics there. That is still free. Why $80 million of Tobago THM money must come back to Trinidad for Duke to have an office here? He's not an MP here yet. He's the Deputy Chief Secretary of Tobago. Stay in Tobago and run Tobago affairs. Come like a use the Tobagonians. Because your main goal, you're not studying them, Duke. You only studying to be a prime minister, and you would not be, because your heart not pure. Your heart not pure, Duke. You will not be a prime minister because you're thinking like Rowley them. Why $80 million of Tobago THM money must be approved for you to come to Trinidad? That is wrong. That is smart man thing in order for you to use the $80 million to campaign with. What the hell you need $80 million to do in Trinidad here? Let me be real. What? That you can't stay in Tobago and do it. Boy, all you, and that is what I'm saying, and all you who want to vex at me, Andy, you're too loud, Andy, you're this, Andy, you're that. Watch me, I don't mind nobody being vexed at me for standing up for truth, for standing up for God, for standing up for righteousness, for standing up for what is right thing. Who want to vex at me? I didn't come here for friends. I come to do God's work, and that is what I will do. And when I see people going off course and doing the wrong thing, I will speak out just like Mother Bernie. The right thing is the right thing, the wrong thing is the wrong thing. Hate me for talking the right thing. I don't mind all you. I don't mind.
And on a broader note, as far as the economy is concerned, because we have to create the jobs and so on, some very disturbing developments are taking place in the tourism sector. The person who was in charge of tourism in Tobago, he is about to, if not already, has resigned. And then, of course, the one in Trinidad, because remember, this administration say, well, listen, don't have one. I have two, one for Tobago, one for Trinidad in terms of specialization, because it's two different, should I say, types of tourism we have to deal with. That in Tobago is different from that in Trinidad, and I understand that. But the fact that the CEOs of these two institutions, one was dismissed by, of course, the Minister of Tourism, and the other one has decided to resign in Tobago, tells me that and now that, especially now that the COVID regulations are now subsiding, and that we have to open up the economy, and that we have to diversify, having regard, in spite of what has happened in Ukraine and of course and Russia, that is not a sustainable thing. That may be a sort of temporary arrangement. Yeah, go ahead. Good morning. Go ahead.
Lennox, Andy,
yes,
good morning. Good morning to the Ground Report and all listeners of Trinidad and Tobago. First and foremost, I just want to congratulate the 6 graduate students, scholarship students. My niece was included in that, Andy, and she's going away to study material science and engineering, and the other 5, they got through with universities thanks to the U.S. Embassy of Trinidad and Tobago, and thanks to the University of Trinidad and Tobago for, and I just want to say
bright scholarship that the United
Yes.
States offered. Okay, right. Okay.
Yes. So I just want to say congratulations.
Thank you very much. Oh boy. Next caller. All of the lines are open. Let me just take those calls. Morning, caller.
Good morning to the Fantastic Four.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, I'm sorry I got the opportunity to extend emancipation greetings because we have problems with electricity and also connectivity. But it's better late than never. So I'd like to hear Silver Fox. I want Silver Fox to know, and the people of Tobago, when they think that the water will separate us, we could sail over that and we could sail over it, but we have to be strong. Anyone decide for division and separation, that is a task we always fail miserably. They might even die and never ever have this, to show merit that division and separation will support us. Quickly, very quickly, emancipation greetings to all to belated to all our brothers and sisters, and also of the mixed ethnicities to our nation, and all manner of people here, there, and everywhere. Let us embrace the opportunity that we all have in being together as we move along with keen interest, strong solidarity in good faith and in goodwill, as we continue to seek and build our country and our people. Always to remember, let love be the key to our hearts.
Thank you very much. And to all the distractors online, again, you know where's the money? Yes, I want money from Duke. You know where's the money I want from Duke? My money that I want from Duke is for Duke to just do what he say that he was going to do. That is all. Please change the dynamics of the politics in Tobago. Change it for good. Only get a chance. If only fail this, the PNM will resurrect itself back. Oh God, that is what I want. Other than that, cash, I don't want no cash from Duke and Folly them. Unless it's a job I get in. A job. I organize a contract, a tender, whatever. That different ball game. Outside of that, I want no money, no cash. The Ground Report don't want no support from Duke and them, none, unless they want to use the services of the morning program that locks on and make a lot of people listen to based on information on what they're doing in Tobago. Well, right, yeah, oh yes, we will think that, because if the rest of them can't reach the people ears and we could reach the ears, the 104, well, right, that is the kind of right. Outside of that, only stop all the dirtiness. You know why? We country wouldn't change if only continue to support nonsense. It's now we had to talk out. We put Duke and them there. And if we put them there, we expect to do the right thing. And while they ain't doing the right thing, we have to talk to them and tell them, oi, you're running off the track. Get back in line. Get back on track. Who vex? So again, category K to all distractors. We don't want no money from Duke. What we want is Duke and Farley them to get down to business and do what it is and don't turn out like a Rowley. And that 80 million are waiting to see if $80 million is going to be approved for Duke to be in Trinidad. Anytime that approved for Duke to be in Trinidad, I am telling all you without any apology, that is campaign money from the THA funds, and it means Duke and them do exactly what the PNM have been doing. When they campaign in Tobago the last election there, when Duke and them was a fight, is the THA money they use. We own money they use. The people at Tobago money they use to campaign the PNM. And I only hope that the PDP not going down the same road to use the people at Tobago money to campaign, because we was against that. Yeah, who vex? I'm business. I want nothing from Duke and them. And whatever stupid talk they're talking, morning caller. Why would them do is work? Morning, gentlemen. Tobago had proved yes by voting on the PNM. What they should understand, what are we doing for local election? It seems like we're going to vote back the PNM. I find the money they get Duke is too little bit. Because if Jack Warner will pull out 9 or 10 fire trucks, would that be 100 and something million in 2 days? Why you condoling wrong, Anderson? Because he go take out the 80 million? Because he go take out the 80 million and come in the beat them and feed all you and buy things for you? Because he go in Lavin to the 80 million and get everybody else? And what about the people in Roxborough? Boy, Anderson, again, I not jumping your hustle, brother. If Duke seen about you and you gang through it yourself, all Allah praises to you, brother. But the right thing is the right thing. Not because your hustle and you gain your hustle and you going $80 million that he in Trinidad that he could spend in PNM constituencies and not spend it in Tobago and not spend it in Roxborough with his constituency across there. Because you benefiting, you want to say that it's right. It is not right. Whether I and all are benefiting, if you kind of want to give me money and all, if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. That money is not beneficial to the people of Tobago. And it should be staying in Tobago and spent on the people in Tobago. And mustn't be used as campaign funds. How on one side we want to say PNM doing it, and PNM wrong for using people money and we money to campaign with. But why right for Duke and the PDP to do it? It can never be too right.
Andy,
yeah.
Are you saying that the argument presented by what Anderson tried to present is also wrong? That is to say, if the money was oversubscribed to pull that fire attendant from the gutter.
Wrong. That wrong too. Jack, that was wrong. That was wrong.
I just want to make sure.
That was too much money that Jack Warner back then spent to pull out a damn fire truck. That money can buy 2 fire truck, $9 million or $7 million. Jack wasn't stupidness there. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And we the people of Trinidad Tobago must stop that. This one do, so that one could do. That one do, so this one could do. No. How we go get this HIV change if we continue thinking like that? We don't want you and them to be doing nothing with the PNM have been doing. Do the right thing. And people who benefiting, well, they must stop encouraging people in stupidness.
You were all right with that.
Yeah.
He seemed to have suggested that you were.
No, I am not all right with that. So Anderson Wilson.
Make sure that it's clear.
Anderson Wilson, I am not all right with Jack Warner taking no fire truck and paying $9 million or $7 million to pull nothing off and no thing because we can get 2. I was never all right with it, and I will never be all right with it, and I will always talk about it. Although Jack is my friend. I do business. The truth is the truth. You see, the real issue is I really and truly love Trinidad and Tobago. I really and truly want the country change. Because if the country change, I go benefit, my family go benefit, all of we go benefit. But so long as we continue to want to go down the road, because we support this one, they could do this, and because we support that one, they could do that. That days we had a luck of that. and do the right thing. What Duke and them is doing is wrong. The THA have no right to be sending no $80 million for he to be no ambassador no in Trinidad, because again, I seen it clear. What he do come to Trinidad to do, he can stay in Tobago and do it. If it's to build Tobago. So that is earlier, I talking the truth just like I talk the truth with Jack Warner. That is the PDP, PNM big move to use the THA and Trinidad and Tobagonians money to campaign in Trinidad. 80 million, 70 million a month. That's wrong. And who vexed us all here? Morning. Morning.
Hey, Andy, morning to you and Lennox, boy. Lennox.
Good morning.
I want to talk about two things this morning. For starters, yes? The first thing I want to talk about is this idiot they call Marvin Gonzalez. He coming on TV and telling, I'm a politician. One of the greatest politicians in this country, Basil Pandey, tell you, anybody who talks in politics is a politician. You is one, Andy is one, I is one. Everybody who calls in the radio station is a politician. But he be showing this title on himself. That fella, this is why he can't get nothing done. The next thing I want to talk about, Lennox, why Martinez trying to close on Port of Spain? Why he sending records talking about Gregory Abud and these fellas? For what reason? What you shutting on Port of Spain for? We don't need no records in Port of Spain. Like to keep people away. They sending after Gregory Abud or what? I mean, Gregory's a PNM, but at the same time, Port of Spain is the city all we know about. Now the city dying. We're going to have that place closed on Lennox. The vagrants will get the hotel and...
Well, Gregory Abud told him as it is, that is nonsense you're focusing on. Yeah.
Who you mean? Well, nonsense. He's long dead. And yet said they want to bring back record. Money, poor people.
Beautify and crime, and then you have this harsh measure that will turn out to be counterproductive, wrecking and so on indiscriminately. I mean, it's
sickening.
Fellas who know nothing, man.
Morning, caller.
Hello, morning.
Good morning to you.
It's good for Trinidadian. It's good. I'm sorry for the people here. And I live in here. I got Trinidadian, born and bred here. But it's good for we. They can get $18 billion to give Duke to come here. But to fix the road and pavement and all of these things, they have no money to do that.
Right, but correct yourself. To fix Tobago people roads, to fix Tobago people with the unemployment, to revamp Tobago, they can't get the 80 million, but they could get the 80 million for Duke in Trinidad. That is how we are. That is the right thing you're saying there.
Yeah, but listen, man. Wait. And every time they call to fix the road here, they don't have money, but have money to give Tobago. All this money. It's good for Trinidad.
No. They ain't giving Tobago that. Don't mislead the thing. Central government not giving Tobago that. Tobago will get their budget. In their budget, Tobago THA budget, when they get the bulk from central government, the THA itself, you see like how they go approve somebody getting a THA piece of land by the sea to build a hotel and this and that. The THA itself, out of if they get $1 billion, out of that $1 billion, if they get that, they're taking $80 million for the year for Duke to be in Trinidad. And all I know what that is for? The truth? That is a campaign. Because that is wrong. And we can't want to say the PNM wrong with certain things. And we don't want to say when Duke and them wrong with certain things. Because we will never get the country that we want change. We will never get good going on in the country. God don't like evil. And we are seeing early that the PDP and Watson, Duke and them are playing a PNM role for we. That money, 80 million, should stay in Tobago for the year and use to develop the bread and breakfast places and use travel agencies to work with them and get tourists to come across there. So what you come and do, that is just a blinders only. I will tell only the truth. That 80 million that the THA going to approve is just a blinders that he coming to do so in Trinidad, and that no. That blinders is that 80 million is to a campaign. Right? So Tobago money is to a campaign in Trinidad with. When Tobago need the money. That is wrong. That's wrong. Wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. And nobody don't call me and justify no wrong. Let me see if they're going to approve it. It's not approved yet. But let me see if they're going to approve it. Morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Andy. Andy, I cannot believe what I am hearing about this PDP taking 80 million to spend in Trinidad. Andy, charity begins at home. When I listened to Silver Fox this morning, these people in Tobago, they are crying out for help. This is why they voted for the PDP. The PNM was not taking care of them, and they were suffering. They wanted a change. They were smarter than Trinidadians. They wanted a change. So they voted overwhelmingly for PDP so that they would get that change. And now you are telling me that these same people are still crying out after they gave these people such a victory, 14 out of 15. What the hell is wrong with my people? That is why they could say what they want. I am UNC and proud. Yeah, they can call me sycophant. They can call me fanatic. They can call me whatever the hell they want. Because you know why? I could tell you, Andy, I have seen it. This is not just talk. It's a fact. That Kamala Persad-Bissessar was the only leader in this country that had really cared about the people. That woman used to give babies milk. Yeah, she used to say about the poor. She took the boys out to the block and she had them with the basketball tournament. She was doing so much for the people. And the ungrateful people, first they are accustomed being treated like hobos. When she tried to help them and give them something, instead of keeping her there for her to continue the good work so that the people will continue to rise, the same ungrateful people destroyed this woman, destroyed party, and they're going back to the PNM. The PDP don't understand. The PNM don't give up. I don't know why it's the OB. I don't know why it's the democratic. I don't know why it's the democratic forces. The PNM figured they must always rule. They must always control. And you see what Fadi and them doing now with the PDP? This is what PNM want. They want to make sure they mash up the PDP, just like they mash up the UNC, so that the people in Tobago will go back to PNM. People, what is really going on? As soon as they put power in these people's hands, they just get dotish, or they just forget where they come from. But time just fly fast, and the only party can continue doing that damn sort of strippiness and getting away is the PNM. Because the PNM controlling everything, and they have donkey years of experience with evil and control. You understand? So PDP don't try that. Duke, go to Tobago, see about the people of Tobago, see about Tobago, and forget these ungrateful people in Trinidad. Because all who are coming here and gain money and doing this, let me tell you, they're going to take every damn cent from the 80 million and they're going to go back and vote PNM because they don't want nothing for themselves. I am watching yesterday in this emancipated, although I don't even know who emancipated in this place. I watching this Fitzgerald Hind yesterday telling people, look now, telling people strip this down independence, but the black people, they're going to make sure they get land. And he is seeing all the deeds with land, for land, not an African name. Fitzgerald Hind, where was? Under which rock? Under which rock? Look how much he has all the empower. All you know, all you don't take care of black people. All you don't take care of everybody else, the 1% and everybody else. And you know what is worse? The black people can't see that. They can't see that for themselves. They can't see that the PNM don't like them. The PNM not going to help them. You tell them the same thing over and over. And I don't see why you should have to be telling people what they're seeing, what they're experiencing, what they know. But you know what? These black people in this country, they are glutton for punishment. And as I always say, the good ones, the sensible ones, the intelligent ones, all you know all yourself. I ain't talking to all you. But you see them PNM till the dead that mashing up this country and we can't take the country forward. That is what I'm talking about. And as for the PDP, all you, be smart now. Be smart now. Don't let power go to all your head.
And it's not too late, Ms. Book, for it to just change that. Don't do that. Why you taking Tobago $80 million for the to come Trinidad with, boy? That is siphoning money in a smart way.
Exactly.
Using some kind of thing about embassy in Trinidad, a Tobago branch in Trinidad. Come on, man. That is stupid talk, boy. You can all you buy.
Exactly, and the point is this, when they're campaigning, they promise to help the people. They promise to take care of the people. Your people first. This is what Kamala Persad-Bissessar and the UNC used to do. Take care of the ungrateful people. Instead, or you leave Tobago and you go and come to take care of Trinidad. So, by the way, these people in Trinidad, they don't want nothing. Because if they wanted anything good, they will never be voting for PNM. So, Andy, you're on the right track. And the point is this. People don't like to hear the truth. You understand? They don't like to hear the truth. But if they're sensible, they would listen. They would listen and change your way of thinking, change your way of doing things, and treat the people right. Because let me tell you, the same people all you pass on you all your way up is the same ones all you're going to be on all your way down. Let me tell you, it's only PNM and the mafia could be doing all this kind of damn shiftiness and getting away with it because the people letting them do it. But the rest, think differently now. Think like Kamala Persad-Bissessar now and let the country rise. Blessings, Auntie.
Thank you very much. I don't mind whoever want to be on the hustle, If you only hustle because they like the PDP, or they like this one, or they like that one, or they be on only hustle. If they're doing wrong and only want to condone wrong because only hustle, only go ahead. But don't jump me the pit bull when I want to do the right thing. When I am talking the right thing, don't do me that. Make all your money, be on all your hustle, but that not gonna stop me from talking the right thing. Let we see, boy, Duke, you will never be a prime minister in this country, boy. Never. Because, boy, I watching for myself how you operate with Tobago people, boy. And if you operate with your own people, so, boy, you have a constituency in Roxborough, and that's how you operate with your own people. You go organize and let the THA them pass 80 million a year for you to have an office in Trinidad, boy. When that money could be better spent in Tobago. When the truth of that is, or knowing politicians, they just smoke the powder about office in Trinidad. That $80 million is a campaign. Why are you using Tobago money to campaign? In a smart way. Wrong. Wrong is wrong. And wanna vex with me. Call me quarrel. I don't give a damn so long as I know that I'm right. And when see when I'm right, I'm very, very venomous in my convictions when I know I'm right. Morning, caller.
Morning, Ali.
Morning to you.
Yeah. You see when I call, I don't talk and say that caller. The people in this country want nothing but by Andy. You taking Tobago money, taxed money, and see you come and spend Trinidad. See about Tobago. What are you doing by you? Listen, the people in this country will just take your money and vote PNM. Because PNM, register in their head, is PNM to the dead and they're suffering. Locked on by Andy.
I don't mind that Watson Duke have ambitions. But with your ambitions, don't use the people of Tobago. You are the Deputy Chief Secretary. You're supposed to be officed in Tobago. And whatever your office Deputy Chief Secretary getting should be for the people of Tobago. Morning, caller.
Morning, Andy, Lennox, and everyone. Now, I believe that, Andy, because you know why? The people of Tobago need the money. They vote for him. They vote and put them there. So he has and supposed to use the money in Tobago. The people of Tobago, they have needs too. They need help there. And then, and hear what? How come the Prime Minister alleges always getting the COVID when a very important historical event like Emancipation Day? How come? I can't understand that. He was the one that telling the employers, make sure your employees get vaccine in most of the company. But how come every time it have an important event in this country, 2 days before, imagine this, 2 days before you hear the Prime Minister have COVID. I can understand that. Something is really wrong. We all have to remember that we are not closing down Petro-Trin. If you open your fridge, you open your door, believe it, we are not closing it down. And what did he did? He closed it down, right? So we can never, I certainly can never believe a word this Prime Minister said. I will not believe him.
Thank you very much. Morning, caller.
Andy.
Go ahead, caller.
Andy. Morning.
Morning.
Andy.
You are live on 104.7 More FM. Morning. What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Freeport here, boy.
Oh, go ahead, Freeport.
Yeah. Andy, I tried to get on to you and Lennox yesterday. I ain't get on, boy. I have a little problem and it's getting out of hand, and I wanted all your advice. Like I talk on the radio and I get myself in trouble. People telling me if I support a candidate, I vote for that candidate, don't look for no help from them. All right?
That's wrong.
I want to know if that is what I have to do. And
no. So you don't say support a candidate, you vote for a candidate, you're looking for them for help. Just like how the people of Tobago supported Duke, they supported the PDP. Plenty of them want roof grant, plenty of them want jobs, they want job opportunities, that have roads and things that need to be paved in Tobago, all those different things, right? And the people, the money should be spent to the people in Tobago, right? You got to vote for them. So you go ahead.
I not want nothing for myself, Andy. I want something for the people at Caroni Central. When I talk for Caroni Central. You know, the councillor talk about he get water for we. I want to know what year he get that water for we. What year we get water in the pipe. I want to know what he do to get current in the back here. What he do to get lights on the Savannah. And telling we how he get permission to do that. And telling me now he had no permission to fix the road. I want to ask him, the river in the back of the MP office, if he had to get permission to clean a river too. Since the MP office moved to that building, the river never cleaned. It have a big motel tree going in the middle of the river, Andy, and 2 lots away, the person with that lot back full the lot and full part of the river. That was in Botiwari days. The lady who living close to that backfill place over the river, water started to back up in the lady premises. She went to the Botiwari. Botiwari said he can't do nothing for that. Right? And one thing I want to tell Mr. Anil Baliram, he said that I say he have a 4x4. I did not say that. What I said, the first time he came in the backyard, he came with a bicycle now. A bicycle in the backyard. But I don't know what he have now. Maybe a 4x4, so he can't come in the back here. And he tell me that he do walk on the Grand Couva Road. They cut along the side of the road. They do walk inside Francisco Settlement. They do walk in Chiclan. But I pass through San Francisco Settlement Sunday. I ain't seen no walk do there. But rain was falling, so I ain't see nobody to stop and ask them anything. The only thing I see, the house owners and them who cut the lawn, they cut the side of the road. But where it had no house, the grass big. I went up Chiclan from Tree Rose Junction. At that thing, Andy, I don't think you know Tree Rose good from the Y Junction by Tree Rose Junction.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah. Have a grocery right on the corner.
Right. Right. That road had no road work going on. I meet 3 people. And the 3 people that I talked to is UNC people, but they wouldn't lie on the councillor. No road work going on. But it have a corporation roller in a car wash. Well, I don't know what it was there for. Probably they went to get wash in the car wash and it stayed about a week or so. But they move it now. Right? So I don't know what's going on. And both sides of the road were cut in. So I want that councillor and the MP to take up back the walker and start to cut the edge of the road in front of the Upper Sea Presbyterian School. Grass tall like the fence in front of the school. So you must know to cut that too. And the MP telling the people them in the area, all you buy all your own material, oil, sand and gravel, and when they're ready to fix the road, he will get 2 people from the ministry to come and assist them. We didn't vote for that. We didn't vote for that. Right? And they talk about the savannah in the back here. You know, they had to have some informer in the savannah. Because I asked a few people, I said, boy, when last will you see the councillor, boy? Nobody can see the councillor. But the councillor know everything was going on. Right? What the councillor don't know is the villagers in the back here who built this road and has maintained this road. Once he put gravel and oil sand on this road, and the owner, the truck he talked about, that owner of that truck, they working a backhoe for somebody, and that backhoe level out all the gravel before they put the oil sand. But they didn't have a roller on that road, so they couldn't compact the material, probably why the material didn't hold. And it has 7 households around the savannah. They've cut the savannah in front of the house when the tractor didn't come for long. But when the rain falling out, few of the household didn't cut it. They just pay a worker man to cut it. Once or twice we pay a tractor man to cut the savannah, and it didn't meet no iron. So I asked the people and them, all you could remember, anytime.
We had to get to the point of Mr. Pop report. We can't go through. Get to it now.
I get into the point.
Mm-hmm.
The man tell all you that every time the tractor come here, the tractor is break down. Once that happened, because I asked them to see the savannah cut in and had to left. And after 2-3 days, they come back to cut it. The fella tell me, once that happened, and on the northern eastern side of the ground, like somebody left a piece of concrete or something down on that side, not on the side where the truck that park up. I ain't saying what the truck man doing is the right thing, but is not on this side. And that truck man and his family, so they used to work SIS, they used to work Northern Construction, they work Gopi Singh, they work Junior Sami, and a few company, Johnson Construction.
All right, but what's the point? The council lying.
All
the
them
council
people
lying,
are
right?
talking about.
Right.
All them people are talking about fix the road, and the people who giving the councillor information does not tell the councillor, well, these people and them that fix the road for themselves.
Oh, I understand.
That's what I'm trying to get.
So all you fix that. So the information is the council is lying. You're saying that all you fix all the road all yourself. Okay, thanks very much.
Here we're going on. Here we're
Morning caller. Next caller. We have to keep it rapid. Thing. We can't no soap opera going on long. We had opening lines. Morning caller.
Good morning, Ground Report. Puna here. Andy, how are you going, brother?
I'm all right. Just watching people playing tricks, and why I will be on duty, yes, because I see how he operating, and I don't want he come Trinidad. Because if I see that like he's an ex-Rowley, I don't want my people in Trinidad for he, boy. That man is a dangerous man. I needed for he to prove himself in Tobago for me to stomach to see, all right, let me take a chance with PDP. But if PDP, he can't prove himself in Tobago, he do nothing in Tobago but run in Trinidad. Well, boy, don't worry, he's a false prophet. Morning caller.
Andy, let me tell you, Andy.
Go ahead.
The time may be reached now, because I show you this, Watson Duke, when Kamala was in power, put pressure on that woman. And I don't know if it's because of race, whatever it is. But maybe the time has reached now for the UNC, the partnership government, well, the UNC, because I know partnership, to contest the seat in Tobago. Challenge this thing.
Put candidates. It have to be as well vote for them.
Try something new, and I feel it could work out. Now, let me tell you this, Andy. I don't know if people are very observant, because you don't hear me very critical of Indian people who are stooges to the PNM. I don't know if anyone always saw it on the papers this week, my brother. Junior Sami, financiers at the PNM, who PNM did chastise and say they in cohort and mafia thing with partnership government and whatnot, who gain all the big contracts and thing now. I don't know if always saw it on the papers last week where his grandson, was coming from Guyana, because I think they have big contracts and thing in Guyana. You saw it on the papers, Andy Lennox.
I know that he have a contract in Guyana, but the issue of his grandson, I'm not familiar. Go ahead.
All right, and Lennox, if you could check the papers, oh God, I take out the clipping and I put it somewhere, boy, but I can't rest my hand on it. His grandson was returning from Guyana to Trinidad. They had a motorcade from the airport, Lennox. The pictures there on the papers. Ask anybody who saw it, they could call and verify it. With some of Junior Sam, this is motorcade that bring in his grandson. Big trucks that do the contract work from Junior Sammy. And I want to believe the car that I saw in front was a Rolls Royce, my brother. I was telling all you know, a Rolls Royce was escorting his grandson with some of the big trucks. That was a motorcade that was escorting his grandson from the airport to their home or wherever it is that he had to go. But my final thing is, I don't hold the radio station responsible or anything like that from what I'm about to say. It is nothing to say that obscene or anything. But Lennox, did I hear you say this morning that Keith Rowley have a matter in court with Dr. Munilal and
Yes, yes.
And now they're using, because all the time you're ashamed to disclose your ailment and when you went away and whatnot, when people was questioning what you went for and whatnot and thing. But here it is, conveniently, you come and you get a mild case of COVID. This is to show you, this is a lie because you cannot trust this individual. And I am calling on the authority, well, the good Lord, but let me put it this way, speed up the process. Speed up the process. Keith Rowley, pass on, my brother. Pass on, because here why? The suffering you put in on people in this country, you have destroyed families. You have killed, I had to put it this way, you have killed people with your policies, closure of places, fire people and all that kind of thing. The increase in cost of living and whatnot, people could barely make it. And I wouldn't wish you no speedy recovery, Keith Rowley. I don't care who the hell tell me that I'm wishing people bad. But this is my honest opinion, that anybody, anything evil, you have to get rid of it. And this individual, brother, hear what I'm saying. God, take this man's life from me. Take it. Because what you're doing to this country, you have destroyed our country. You have destroyed people's lives. And more so, the poor people of this country. Look, and Lennox, let me tell you something. This is that sham with this whole thing, with this emancipation support thing, brother. Let me tell you something. I remember very well when the nobody emancipation thing, where all the villages were getting together to have their first march and thing in Port of Spain. I was present, Andy and Lennox, and I spoke Afra Cambon past next time because me and he, we grew up in Tunapuna together. We used to travel on train to go to school together. I went Belmont, he went Trinity. And he passed and he see me and he said, ah boy, you're taking in this thing. And I say, and I start to point out certain things, saying, my brother, this is hurting me, the hypocrisy these fellas and them. You understand? And I tell him, I say, boy, look how nice your African people looking in their outfit there and thing. Why all of them try to inculcate this into their mind that they wear this year go, year come, right through the year, like how the Indian people wear the Indian wear and whatnot and thing. And you know, preserve your culture and whatnot. And I even went on to tell him, why all you don't open a business place? Ask the government for the land where the Salvatore was and open a mall, African, something else, you know, to support African business people in the city. Because every year they say that when you hear Emancipation Committee support Emancipation Day, all the Syrian stores that sell African outfit just up the price and whatnot and things. I even went to tell them that they have something like, you know, with that building set, they could host something like a schooling. I think they could have lectures and then bring down African people from India, intellectuals and things, and let them have discourses and whatnot and things with the people, you know, of African origin, bring down artifacts from in Africa and sell and all these kind of things to inculcate in African awareness. Lennox, you know what that man tell me, brother, God, help me if I lie, I drop down here and dead. He tell me, say, brother, we ain't ready for that yet. I just walk down South Key by McCarthy Park by Hogan, and I jump in it and I head up the same blasted road. Them fellas and them make nothing. Two people who was prominent in the African liberation. And before Kafra Cambon was this boy from Belmont. Oh God, he passed on there the other day, man. He saying, get off the radio. You remember the guy you're talking about? And Blue Way, he sing two tunes, forgot his name. But the other one was Cyril St. Louis. He taught me in Belmont Intermediate in the early 60s. And that was the man who started the whole issue. He was the leader of the Hummingbird Dance Troupe and the Cambole, because in 1965 he led to, remember the Caribbean, the Canadian Expo, Lennox, in Canada in 1967. I think it was 65.
Yeah,
and he led a team from here to perform in the Canadian Expo, and under the name the Cambole. And you never hear Kafra Kambon on them. I call on a radio station and ask them why it is all you pay a tribute to Cyril St. Louis and this other guy, oh God, boy, his name just slipped me from Belmont now. I was a main man in this thing. Anyhow, but what I show you, these fellas are made a bunch of hypocrites. All they concern about is that they get their money and they don't care what to hell. And all of them, Kafra Kambon, the Watson Duke and all them fellas on them. This is what they are about. They are about their personal. They are about their personal. And I want to tell my African brothers in this country, if all they see that thing with Junior Sammy and the motorcade and the car that in front was escorting his son was a Rolls Royce, and all you want to vote for PNM, well, look at him get blasted for a new car to buy. This is the lifestyle, and this is the grandson, eh? So them fellas have a multi-million-dollar package done put on for their grandchildren, the children who are born yet and things. And all you stick to all your PNM and see if all you catch all your backside till all you're dead. Understand, fellas? Have a blessed day, my brother.
Thank you very much. Next caller. Oh boy, morning caller.
Hello, morning.
Good morning to you.
I want to ask Tuna a question. Don't you know who Junior Sammy related to in the PNM? Eh? Check the dwarf.
Oh boy, oh boy. The lines are open. Morning caller. Go ahead, caller. I hear you now, boy. Next caller. Morning. Next caller. Morning.
And the crew.
Yes, go ahead.
Listen, Apache here.
Go ahead, Apache.
Let me remind some of our black brothers and sisters about what the PNM under Eric Williams has done. Do you know this guy they called Kwame Ture? You remember him? Eric Williams, he was a black power activist in the early 60s, and when he went abroad and he started disparaging and talking about the kind of corruption and the thievery that going under PNM, Eric Williams banned the man from coming back in Trinidad and Tobago. He banned him. He said that person non grata to Trinidad and Tobago. It's under Pandey. Pandey allowed him to come back to Trinidad and Tobago. So when they want to talk about emancipation and freedom and all this kind of thing, I said that I'm talking the park. That is all it's about. They don't want nobody to be emancipated. And from what the gentleman just spoke about a while ago there, it's true. I went to Tranquility Government Secondary School and I had a teacher, I go call his name now, Keith Jackson. And instead of that man was teaching me English, which he was the English teacher, which he did, very good gentleman. That gentleman was espousing and showing me about black militancy. And you know something? That had created an awakened mind. Understand? And this is something I will never forget. I remember when I used to walk from PTSC to Victoria Avenue, because Balize House is right next door to Tranquility. And a matter of fact, Balize House is thieving property right now from Tranquil to build a Balize mansion there. Of course, with financing from. And this is what is going on in Trinidad. I remember when I walking through there, the only set of colored people we used to find working in Barclays Bank in them days and Bolvoot and them kind of thing was the little brown and black boy. And you know what them doing? Them sweeping the floor and mopping the floor. So
thank you so much. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Let's go to the lines. Morning.
Hey, Mr. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Go ahead.
Good morning to you, Smith, and good morning to you, Andy. And
good morning.
As we speak about emancipation, you cannot be emancipation and be a PNM. PNM is slave catchers. Every single day under the PNM government, young African youths are being gunned down in the heart of the capital of Trinidad and Tobago. The hotspot now come in all these PNM areas. People like Fisher, Hines, murder. People like Skipscon, Patterson South, murder. Arima, murder. Diego Martin, murder. Epity Valley, murder. All these PNM areas where the so-called, and yesterday was a set of PNM Africans marching in town, talking about crap, but we move name from streets and move. That could solve any problem. Moving a name from street could stop the killing with these young Africans killing out they said nothing about that. And this man called Kafan Kumbal is the worst thing ever could happen to the African community in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. This man is fighting for nothing. He have no problem with these young African youths killing out themselves for nothing on the streets. You're going to talk about moving Picton Street and moving Picton name and these people is slave. Oh God, we understand that. But we have a major problem today in our country that young African youths killing each other every single day and nobody care about it.
So true,
we put on a costume yesterday and we walk the streets and do what? Make we have a jackass? And we have to stop this foolishness. We have to be more conscious that today our children is not no lawyers in this country. We have to be concerned that today the African children are going to guns and weave and party. We have no African youths who willing to be judged. We have no African youths who willing to be a politician. We sit down and continue blaming the Indians, blaming the Chinese, blaming the 1% for our own downfall.
Kingsley,
without what we are doing.
Kingsley,
we have a sweet boy cover by the name of Minister Hines. Only pretty talk all over, talk and nothing in action. How we grow up, how we make it, how he took his daughter, living until 80 years. Nobody don't care about that.
So true. Last caller, morning caller.
I want to tell Kingsley, however, go to the top of the class. Well said.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox, Mikey Cuff, and to everybody out here. Andy, what you are saying this morning about Watson Duke is no surprise to me. Because Watson Duke is very haughty, and I keep saying that he's going to be like the dog with the bone. I told him from the day I met him in the market, Sawa Market on Saturday morning, and the way he was speaking with this high and mighty attitude, he coming to fix Trinidad. And when I telling him fix Tobago first, he said, "Oh, it fix already. Fix where?" And you are hearing the people complaining. You understand? But those who not dancing and waving for him, you are hearing them complaining. You are hearing it, and I am shocked to hear that what it is they're going to do with that money. But let them go ahead who don't hear this feel. You understand? No, I am hearing now. We celebrated Emancipation. Well, not me, the African community celebrated Emancipation Day yesterday. No, I always say it's not about the outfit, but the mindset. Right? Emancipation was from slavery, bondage, and oppression. But we have a government here that is doing worse than that to the people. And all they dress up in the outfit and was paraded in the streets yesterday. What sense that make? When all they take out the outfit, take out the chains too. Take it off as well. Right? Free all yourself, emancipate all yourself from the pedo-national movement. From the plagiarizer national movement, from the perjurer national movement. Emancipate all yourself from that short, stocky, ugly man with the short ras who like to interfere with children. Emancipate all yourself from those things. Emancipate all yourself, our children. And I included all the children in it. What is going on in those homes? Emancipate all yourself from that. Not to just dress up and go parade the streets and say, yes, we free. We are not. Look at what's going on in this country. Look at how this government have us. And that is all you want to be. I don't want to be like that. I want better for myself, my grandchildren. And here, let me tell you something again before I leave here, Andy.
Yeah.
I heard Marvin Gonzalez saying that nepotism had to stop, because now you're hearing, first it was half of the managers going on, here it all going, right? I was closing the fridge, I heard it, right? You are hearing now. You have to stop. PNM is the cornerstone of nepotism and cronyism. Check the public servant, check right down the cabinet. When he sat in the cabinet and saw his colleagues recusing themselves 265 times because of nepotism, why didn't you say something? Nepotism in Wassa? No, all you have to take a mote from all your eyes. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a good morning.
Thank you very much, Miss Santa Cruz, Trinidad and Tobago. We go for a quick break and come back. Time check. It's 2 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Yours truly, Lennox Smith, Michael Kerr, Andy Williams, the Pitbull, Director Cuff, and you, the thousands of thousands of you out there.
Just to confirm our objectivity, economist Dr. Venus James, remember him? The guy who spoke magnificently on the PDP's platform.
Yes, the fellow with the glasses, the Douglas kind of African fellow with the glasses.
Yeah, that's right. He's extremely concerned, and he's talking about Tobago as a failed state and all of that.
Oh my God!
I don't know if he has changed his mind, but that is the kind of language.
Could you get his phone number for me, please? Could you please get anybody that have, what is his name, please? Any Tobagonian, get this gentleman number. The man is a true man.
Dr. Venus James. We
Dr.
would like
Venus
to get in
James.
contact with him.
I would like to get Dr.
Major
James,
speaker on the economic vision of the PDP. And today he's talking something different. But of course, we would like to hear from him.
yes, so please send me his number, please. Mother Bernie or anybody that have Silver Fox, anybody that have Dr. What is his name again?
Venus James. Venus James.
He was on the PDP.
Venus James.
Venus James. He was on the PDP platform the Saturday before the election.
We were very impressed. We were very impressed with his presentation.
Very. Yeah. And look, today he talking about the same thing, you know. I telling you, that move is a PNM thief money move we're playing down there. And I don't want to believe that the PDP going down that PNM road, boy. Oh God, boy, they get a chance. Don't spoil it now. Fix Tobago now, boy. There you go for the break, yes?
Yes, let's go for the break.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
It's all you need, a little bit of city in the country. Sangre Grande is the place to be. DG Homes gives you luxury, affordable, brand new. DG Homes come shining through. Step into reality, a home of possibilities. Dreams come true, it could be you. DG Homes, modern, luxurious living for all.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life, because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Republic Bank customers, your One Card has been upgraded to the new Visa debit card, which is now contactless and can facilitate local online purchases. All customers with the old One Card must change their cards by September 30th, 2022. After this date, your card will not work. Please visit www.republictt.com for more information on changing your card, or call us at 623-4RBL. That's 4725.
Resort Spa and Conference Center, we have mastered the luxury of getting away from it all. Guests can enjoy our ultra premium spa or our canopy lounge, nestled in the Orchid Garden, surrounded by lush tropical sights and sounds of the ocean. Queens Beach Celebi Resort Spa and Conference Center, your eco-friendly resort oasis, located on the northeastern coast of Trinidad. For reservations, please call 226-1456, front desk or mobile 460-4575 and 370-0501.
Warrell Regis and Company Limited. Services offer new tires and battery sale, motor vehicle inspection, mechanical repairs, fleet maintenance, tire alignment, wheel balancing and rotation, nitrogen installation, auto body repairs. Authorized agent for all major insurance, windshield replacement, wrecking service, parts and accessories. SMR Enterprise Shoguanas. Telephone 665-3377 or email warrellregis@yahoo.com. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Warrell Regis and Company Limited.
And the rest of the world. Saturday, August 6th. Saturday, August 6th is the date for King Original Wax Fan Club Promotions annual 50-50 Love. 50 Love.
Talking about a 50-50 love.
Back in Time Party of the Year at Moonlighting, Eastern Main Road, Tunapuna, from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Featuring 104.7 FM DJs, the ladies DJ, King Original Wax, King Kabuki, 5-Star, Showing Rags, DJ Rough Cut, DJ Sir Charles, and many more. Limited tickets at $100. Buy one and get one free. Tickets are at Moonlighting Tunapuna, Sylvester's Arima, Bobby's Bar, Curep, Pink and Black Pub, Arima, Crosby's, St. James, Maracas St. Joseph Drivers, Richie's Tool Home Store, San Juan. Get ready for the King Original Wax Fan Club Promotions Back in Time Party of the Year.
Have you ever
Just like a storybook filled with great stories and many chapters, some stories could teach you a great history of the past. Others will take you forward and into the future. Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa. A chapter you've never read before. On August 6th at the Center of Excellence, come experience a fantasy of glamour. Sophistication, lights, great ambiance, and amazing music. After a long-awaited 2 years, Mona Lisa is ready to take you on a journey like never before. Mona Lisa. With a star-studded cast of DJs for this blockbuster moment on August 6th at the Garden Sanctuary, Center of Excellence, Macoya. Limited $150 early bird tickets. Available while stocks last. Tickets available at Fats International, Arima, and Trinity Mall. In Excess, Arima and Port of Spain. Cleves, Port of Spain. Bobby's Bar, Curep. La Luna Bar. Club Fitness, Aruca. Unique Pharmacy, Aruca. Sammy's Seafood Plus, Arima. And Moonlighting Bar, Tunapuna. From 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. we welcome you. A party where old school rules and new school is a must. Mona Lisa. More FM, the official station for Mona Lisa.
Saturday, August 13th. The Police Mess, Long Circular Road, St. James. A Hyde and Farouk production. Lights, camera, action. This is Red Carpet, the event.
More FM is the official station for Red Carpet.
Don't think twice. Super quality will never be beaten on price. Conveniently located at Twin City, Endeavour Road, Shogunas, and Hoover. Experience shopping comfort, wide lanes, and secured parking. Your one-stop shop for variety. Great prices, quality service, and yes, weekly special. Super quality, never beaten on price. Contact them 223-9715. Super quality, never beaten on price.
Restyles Funeral Home Company Limited. Services include cremation, burial, embalming, human remains repatriation, tents, and grave markers. At Restyles Funeral Home, you can stay in the comfort of your own home and be assured that all your funeral needs are met. from the time your loved one passes on to the day of burial or cremation, which simply means we do registration, acquire death certificates, and much more. We are on call 24 hours. 350-3626 or 218-5104.
Baila, baila! Hey, all the feel all ready for Parang?
Friday, 29 July.
M&M Entertainment in collaboration with Blues Bar presents
Christmas in July. Live Parang by
Casa de Paranda,
Chris Rojas, Ninja, Eddie Charles, music by
Team Trap Star. Christmas in July.
Located at 14 Riverside Road, Current. For more information, contact
797-003-765-1698-703-9781. Christmas in July.
Hey.
Free shots on entry.
Admission free.
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand filled by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruka, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
Ready, set, let's go. It's that time again. Racetrack, T-Tasa at Hot 93. Drag, drift, and car meet. All weekend of motorsport, amusement, and action. Emancipation Weekend, July 30th through 31st, 2022. Saturday Night Drag, Sunday Drift Expedition, Car Meet, Sound Quality Expo. All roads lead to Wallafield this Emancipation Weekend. Track Fest 2022. This Saturday, July 30th. This Saturday.
Get ready for a once-in-a-lifetime event. Old School Summer Insomnia.
I can't sleep at all.
Moonlighting Pub Tuna Puna.
With 7 of the biggest old school DJs in TNT all in one place for one night only. Dr. Ross,
Digital Dice and Kabuki.
Howie T, Dr. Hyde,
Naya Bingy, the old school assassin music chest.
And I celebrated my birthday too with free jello shots and entry.
Hello, could you please let me do this?
Okay, let's go. Party from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Party inside and outside.
Free drinks till 12. Early bird tickets $100.
Get tickets now at La Luna Bar Aruca and Moonlighting Pub.
Get ready for a once-in-a-lifetime event. Old School Summer Insomnia.
Saturday, July 30th. Moonlighting Pub Tuna Puna. This Saturday.
M104.7 FM, the official station of Old School Summer Insomnia.
What goes in is a local something that makes it all taste better. It's the flavor of our culture. Come from here, come from there, and everywhere. It's the special flavor that's made us savor at the Royal Castle. Oh, come the Royal Castle. Royal Castle. Flavor to the bone. Royal Castle. Taste the very own. Royal Castle is the local something that makes it all taste better. Taste the unique flavor of our culture at Royal Castle.
Republic Bank customers, your One Card has been upgraded to the new Visa debit card, which is now contactless and can facilitate local online purchases. All customers with the old One Card must change their cards by September 30th, 2022. After this date, your card will not work. Please visit www.republictt.com for more information on changing your card, or call us at 623-4RBL. That's 4725.
Shiny and Ari Restaurant, number 67, Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standards. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, fry bake, roast bake, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetable. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. Dinner a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dogs, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs. Get your eShop, PSN, Roblox, and Steam cards. Also get the latest PS5, PS4, Xbox, and Switch games. We have everyday specials, 2 for $500 on games for everyone. Shop online at sheltechelectronics.com and get even more discounts. Visit us at 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Capital Plaza, Port of Spain. Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs.
Today, August 13th. The Police Mess, Long Circular Road, St. James. A Hyde and Farouk production. Lights, camera, action. This is Red Carpet, the event.
More FM is the official station for Red Carpet.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047 as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report, the Ground Report.
I would think that they've been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. Time check, it's 19 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Had some needed bills to pay. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the Pitbull of Radio, Lennox Smith, Michael Kerr, Director Cuff, and you, the people in your thousands out there that have the same belief that all we want is a good country. That's all. And Trinidad and Tobago, to all you callers again, when all you calling to make all your contribution, right? I just see it long. I've been sure it all. I just see all of going long. Some of you all. I really just want to cut you all off. But again, I'm studying. But if I cut them off, Then now it's our next set of people Andy telling you, hey, look at the vet bill, he's so aggressive. And look, people making a contribution, look, he cutting people. It don't matter, will you? Try hard. Because we have to get as much callers as possible. Please, at least don't go over 2 minutes. Miss Santa Cruz just take about 2 minutes. I mean, that was good. 2 minutes, 3 minutes earlier. You see the long set of thing? No, please. Or else I will have no choice but to cut you all within your contribution. Try to make it within a minute, 2 minutes, please now.
So much soap operas.
Yeah. Morning caller.
Good morning.
But you understand, Lennox? Because they know they're going to say, look,
no,
we cutting them.
Very,
look, we wicked. Look how aggressive the pit bull is. And not on that. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning to the big old man.
Oh,
morning, my friend.
Mr. Lauketa, morning to you.
Morning, Andy. Morning, Mikey. Morning, Tobago. Morning, Cuff. Lennox, Mikey, Andy, here we go. I have three short things I want to say this morning. Number one, the Prime Minister never had no COVID, so they don't get to happy that. In the last emancipation, he promised to read, he had some information he had was a pass on before this emancipation, and maybe he didn't get it in place, so he tell himself, boy, to go and face Campbell and them and say, question. They may fake a COVID thing, so I will be out of the scene. That is one, he was out of the scene, but he never had no COVID or nothing. Number two, I listened to this fellow they call Mitchell. I don't know what party he's what member of parliament he is or whatever, the fellow from South, but I know he's an IMP. Boy, this man, how, you know, the PNM that really insult and disrespect black people. You put a man to read a statement. Mitchell is not African. In no part of that man looks like African. He's a Caucasian, or he mixed up with some kind of Indian and Chinese, or whatever he is, but he's not African. You go tell me you can get Fitzgerald Hines or Camille Robinson or Leons or even this man who come in last day, the lawyer man who put us in West with the little rocks on the head, whatever his name. You can get them fellas to read that statement. Will you give a man like Michelle, a big Caucasian, reading that statement about African people and be back and hear the words he using because of what we taking now, our foreparents never went through all this and we have to. Always foreparents coming that I can put my head on a look as foreparents who never know African. You might have a Caucasian, either he's an Indian or a mix or something. But they just disrespecting black people and trying to fool. And black people so stupid, they know and taking them kind of thing. Boy, oh gosh, we really to the end of the line. Success, and also listening.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, all the lines.
So was it, Andy?
Yes, my Lennox, you go ahead.
Wasn't it that Fitzgerald Hines was representing the Prime Minister? From my understanding, I don't know if he read out the statement that was issued from the Prime Minister's office.
Boy.
But from my understanding, it was Fitzgerald Hines.
All of them is a waste. Them don't let the black people in your boy. Morning caller.
Yeah.
Hey, Andy, me again, Takariwa.
Go ahead, Takariwa.
10 seconds, yeah, but let me give me 10 seconds. Let me get this thing straight with Oxford Street and Kwame Ture. Kwame Ture, real name is Stokely Carmichael. That was the Trinidadian born name. He was the first advocate, uniting Indians and Africans to fight their equivalence with this 1% thing, which is now in full control. And when he went to the States and he joined up with Malcolm X and them, he called him a revolutionist and banned him. And no part of the Western world, the man go, they will accept him. He ended up in Africa and he got married to Miriam Makeba. And he took the African name Kwame Ture. Bazio Pandey bring him back here as soon as he came in power. So if they have to rename Oxford Street, they have to name it Stokely Carmichael Street. Trinidadian Stokely Carmichael Street. So let them fool people with stupidness. Stokely was a fighter for the people. Thanks, Andy.
Thank you very much, caller. Next caller, morning caller. What's your contribution this morning? Good morning. Oh boy, the lines are open. I'm gonna give the numbers to all who have their front burners or their contribution to make based on national importance, based on their front burner issues. 229-0251. That's 229-0251 or 239-5120. 239-5120 or 366-3053. 366-3053. So I wait, I watch all again. Send the number, Lennox Smith. Get the Mr. name again, Dr. Vinu?
Yeah, Venus James.
Venus James, please. Any Tobagonian that have Dr. Venus James' phone number, could you all send his number for me, please? Right? What is the article you have in the papers at this point in time, Lennox Smith?
But he is saying he's of the view that Tobago is a failed state, and he was he has some choice observations for the last budget, because he was speaking very voluminously about that particular exercise. So I would prefer he give us, if we can get the number, we will really appreciate it.
Morning call, only text me at 366-3053. WhatsApp number, please.
Morning, Andy.
Good morning to you, Cardinals.
I tried Friday all how to get in after Mr. Tunapuna, right? And I want to remind him the name he was looking for as beginning Rapso was Lancelot Lane, who has visited Africa twice, and when he came back, he got ill and he died. I think he died sometime in 90, just after the attack on the Parliament and during that period, right? The other thing I want to tell Mr. Tunapuna, and he know, or let me tell him, my number is 707-2982. Because I want to remind him or tell him that in Wassa, I'm glad to hear he say that he was working in Wassa, that in 1970, when the workers were fed up, the Wassa workers, with Nathaniel Critchlow from Nuge and James Manswell, and they had issues, and they did not want no part of Manswell and Nathaniel Critchlow. They formed a workers' committee, and they also had a strike, a shutdown. And the workers wrote to the board of Wassa and tell them that they wanted to have a meeting with them, and that their advisors were Kafra Cambon and Clive Nunes. And that board that was headed by Eldon Warner, and the secretary was Aku Philip, right? And they met and they agreed, and they met with us from 6:30 one afternoon until 2 o'clock the next morning, and over 200 workers got promotions. I want to tell him that. I also want to tell him that the same Critchlow, Critchlow, right, and some others, when we were clamoring for pension for government daily paid workers, at that time I was the president of the railway section of Nuge, the most militant section, okay? And Hurricane Flora hit Tobago in 1963. Right? We had a demonstration carded for the Saturday in Port of Spain. Critchlow tried his best to tell us to call it off. We said no. Only a small part of Toco get damaged. The damage is in Tobago. We continue. Critchlow didn't come, and we continued, and we had a massive march on that Saturday calling for pension. In 1964, a bill went to Parliament under Eric Williams for pension for daily paid workers, and neither Critchlow nor the others and Sutton and they ever pursued it. So since 64, there is a bill before Parliament for pensions for daily paid workers. I want Tunapuna call me.
Thank you very much, Tunapuna caller. Brother Clive Nunes, and thanks so much for making it within the time frame. So you all just crushing the whole thing. Make it short and sweet. Please, no long speeches. Go ahead, caller. Morning to you. We're calling from, what's your important contribution this morning on the Ground Report?
Morning, Lennox and Trinidad Tobago at large. I am calling from Caroni Central, right? What I have to say in the front burner. If we don't stand up for something in this country, we will die for nothing. Because when PNM done with this country, it's properly well done. But I want to ask you for 1 minute to highlight a serious situation in Freeport, at the Freeport flyover intersection. And several callers have called about this too. We have contacted the Borough Corporation, Kufa Borough Corporation, the councillor, the minister for the area, the Freeport police station, right? What people are doing, they are building these little shacks on two sides of the road and vending, causing people to double park, right? And the sad part about it is the Freeport police station, they stop there for food and nobody is doing anything. They even parking on the bus stop, and when the bus stopping there now is stopping on a lane. That is a major intersection that serves Freeport Mission Road, right? Along that whole road, Arena Road, St. Mary's Village in Katraman, Calcutta 1, 2, and 3, and nothing have been done in all the reports that have been placed in there, Andy. Every single day we have traffic backing up along the Mission Road to that Freeport flyover intersection. That is a serious issue. With the sad part, people who are differently able and children who are differently able had to come out in the road to go into the bus. They're waiting for an accident to happen, right? So what I'm saying to Freeport Police Station and the inspector for the area, get off all your butt and do something about it instead of eating free food every morning. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you very much, caller. Morning, caller. Where you're calling from? What's on your front burner this morning that the country, very important issue that you need to bring to the people of Trinidad and Tobago? Go ahead.
Andy, this is Tunapuna here. Right, I didn't get Clive Nunez, 707. You have it there, isn't it?
Yes, let me give you Clive Nunez number. Clive. Alright, I'm trying to get it here for you. Alright. Yeah, what it is? I'll call it just now. Clive Nunez, just send a text here for me. Let me just get back your number, please, now. Send a text to me, Clive Nunez. Nice, and you all organize, talk to each other. Not because one do will means that others can do. No. Some people will say, hey, every day, why it is we talk about more important issues. Why? All the issues we are talking are very important, including the issue of Tobago and what's going on in Tobago at this point in time. It's very important. It's very important issues. Morning, caller.
Yeah, Andy, sorry again. I want to mention something when Clive Nunez talk about Nathaniel Critchlow and James Manswell. Nathaniel Critchlow and James Manswell. Nathaniel Critchlow was the president of NUGFW, who was a PNM senator. You know what I tell you? James Manswell was the president of the PSA, who was also a PNM. I can't remember if he was a senator. But these are the two people who, the daily paid workers of this country by Nathaniel Critchlow, and the monthly paid, which is PSA workers by James Manswell. They were the die-hard PNM. So they helped to destroy the labor movement. And then you had Jennifer Batiste and all of them coming in there. And then you had Watson Duke and all of them. So let me tell all you something. When all you hear me express a concern about a distrust with the labor movement, all of them. And he said, Roger, all of them. And I want to ask all your question. All you must pose this question to Michael, and he said, if it is that he is related to Bridget, and he said, George, because here why? There's so much issues that was related to labor that Rudy Indar-Singh, Dr. Monilal and the opposition have been asking in the parliament as it relates to labor. And the Speaker of the House, Bridget, and he said, George, keep shutting them down. And not one day I ever hear any of these fellas and them, these labor leaders, question the Speaker of the House. They never do it. And to add to it, Andy, when Keith Rowley come out and say, but Kamala and them settle all the negotiations and whatnot and put me in a debt about $5 billion and whatnot, and they never come to her rescue and say, well, yes, they never settle no negotiations. You hear Leroy Batiste now coming out and talking about the best performance of Wassa was in 2014, eh? And then now that they're back against the wall and again kicking the tail. Who was in 2014 was in government? was the People's Partnership. So let me tell all you something, fellas. I could never align myself with this labor movement. Well, it's not labor movement. It's a sellout set of fellas. All of them. Because they stood up and what the destruction of this country. Look, I listened last night. I listened to Elder from TSCT, right? The Secretary General. And he talking about we will not stand idly by and what the destruction of was and whatnot. Your blessed workers from TSCT went home just recently. How much I said to them? What ruction, what all you make, what noise all you do? What all you take any action? All of them is the same, my brother. All. So I have absolutely no respect. The trade union movement, the Calypsonians Association, the media, all of them is the same thing. All of them. Look at this next one.
Take this number. Take Live Nunez number. 707.
Yeah.
2982.
2982.
Yes, 707-2982. Again, 707-2982. Mr. Tunapuna again. 707-2982. Hey Nadira, thanks so much. Well, don't forget I need the Dr. Vid call his name again, Lennox Smith.
Venus James.
Dr. Venus James from Tobago. I need his phone number. To anybody that have Dr. Venus James' phone number, please just text it to my WhatsApp or put it online there now on Real Media TT Facebook or Real Media TT on YouTube if any one of you all have it. Oh God, again? Oh, he again? No. Let's continue. The lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago, as we give everybody the opportunity to have a voice and to give the contribution on the number one program, The Ground Report, including my Tobago brothers and sisters that believe in what it is I'm saying is the right thing, not because I love my PDP, will means that I will stand by, idly by, and watch them play PNM first. No. I love them enough that I don't want them to go down the road whereby to get PNM no life again in Tobago. They need to change the ways. Morning caller. Caller, good morning.
You were saying something I wasn't hearing, you know. I wasn't, because I was listening to you was trying to engage me or something.
Who they can sing?
Yeah, my boy.
Oh, I was asking you about what is it? Because I know you just been Trinidad and Tobago. What's the talk in Tobago when it coming to what is the new development with Watson Duke and all this kind of thing? What's the talk that you are getting from the people of Tobago and the people of Trinidad with this thing?
Well, I warn the people of Tobago that Watson Duke Farley did have a heart. That is why he used Farley as a frontline runner, because Tobago wanted two persons. They either wanted Farley or the now leader of the PNM council, Ansley. What PNM do? Paint and Chasey and think Chasey would have win the election. But the Tobago, the RV one, the RV in Tobago wanted the young boy from the PNM or Farley. And because the people of Tobago reject Watson Duke many times, they do not like him, but they like Farley politics. They know that he come from grassroots. He talk in a platform. He tell of London. He's coming for a position, and at that time they look at him that he have a heart. Today, Farley have no say. By paper, yes, we all know he's the secretary. By paper, by right, he's swearing. But we know on the ground who is the real secretary of Tobago, and that is Watson Duke. Nobody could tell me nothing different. You can look off my head. I still.
What's your thoughts on that? Farley and Ian Pollard, Faith, and all of them, Trevor, all of them have to deliberate when they get their money to give Duke $80 million to have an office in Trinidad. What's your thoughts on that?
They cannot say nothing because Duke own the party and his wife and everybody own the party. It is not a PDP. It is not a people party. It is Watson Duke party. They have no. If Watson Duke come and say he wants 100 million, they will have to come together and give him it. Nothing that can stop that because he is the man and he was running the show in the PDP.
So the PDP party still wholly and solely belongs to Watson Duke wife and himself.
Yes.
So Ian Pollard and Fali and none of them have no ownership or no rights to that party.
Right. It's not a UNC party or PNM party. We know that the people own the party. The people have a say. Watson Duke is the main man. He has the last say. And on the ground here, we all know. I'm Trinidad will not vote for Watson Duke. Watson Duke don't have a chance in no corporation in this country. He didn't get one seat. So, and that is why I am staying silent because I want the people of Tobago. This man is just like Rowley. I know what is his ambition. Dr. Rowley's ambition was from Mason to Whitehall. His ambition is from PSA to President of Trinidad and to Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. I support Watson Duke as a president for the PSA, but I do not support Watson Duke as a politician. He ambition. He wants to write his book too. From PSA president to Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. That is his agenda. And he willing to sacrifice Tobago to come there. So Fali and them have a right for the money. But I know once they see power, Fali them, we didn't say nothing. They didn't say nothing because they're driving in the TAJ vehicle. They had the perks, they had the money, so they were all taught the party line. And people know the kind of suffering that Tobago is facing today, that you could take $18 million, where Trinidad have enough money to mind themselves and to give their own people. You're going to take $18 million. What a sad that is. And I am not saying that the truth, but if that is truth.
Hold. Lennox Smith, clear the air on how they're going about approving. Tell the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
We have been reliably informed. I've not confirmed it in terms of actually seeing it, but the source we have it is 80 million proposed for that office. When of course the matter was discussed at the THA level to of course be weaved into the national budget when it would have been presented in October thereabout by the Minister of Finance. That's how it works.
Andy, I have Duke one time on the Facebook page. Why the building in Bataria only have up your face alone on it? Why you don't have up Fali and Dr. Ferrer and all them? You have a building in the capital of Bataria Avenue of this Avenue, this is Avenue of the, and your face alone on that building. And I am concerned that a political party owned by a husband and a wife, and not the people of Tobago. So the people of Tobago do not own the PDP. The people of Tobago have no say. That is, Andy, there's people, you're not talking now, there's people texting me. I have text that screenshot that they text Watson Duke, who work with Watson Duke, who campaign. And Watson Duke turned the back on them and coming to Trinidad and working and taking all Tobago money, all Tobago bread, and giving the people of no, it have Rowdy for that, it have Hines for that, it have Keith Cotton for that, it have Penny for that, it have Camille for that. These people vote for PNM. They never come in Tobago. So why you going around in PNM areas and feeding PNM people? And you have the MPs sitting down and doing nothing. You doing the MPs for them. You making it easy for the PNM to get back in power. That's what he are doing. He are playing the card. He come to spread the vote. He come to spread the vote. Like a Jack Warner.
It went split in Trinidad. Waste of time. The people who we link with don't vote. They don't self have ID card, nothing yet. So that is a waste. But
the man is tampering. No. Yes, why he was spread the vote? Because Andy and Lennox Smith, right? The certain It has certain people are greedy. And they get a little small thing, a little dust in the hand. And they encourage people to go and vote, to get 100 vote here, 200 vote here, 300 vote here. But if
Kingsley, we lost City.
But of course,
I not seen me splitting no votes. I not seen that.
Andy, his focus in PNM territories, for example, I mean, we are using that cautiously, does not affect
UNC in no way.
The ultimate outcome, yes.
Yeah.
But it will deprive Tobago of some resources, no doubt. Resources that could have been used more effectively, let's say, in its own